Well, look, Trappsol Cyclo is a betacyclodextrin that was developed, under trade secrets by our COO, Jeff Tate, some time ago. In fact, we've just, gotten over the finish line of our 60-month stability, which is very important for us as we look to build out our commercial side of our business as we go through the pivotal. But look, the way we see the drug working is it replicates what the MPC2 protein doesn't do in an MPC patient, which is it doesn't ferry out the cholesterol once it's entered the cell and exit the cell. And this elegant, simplistic little sugar molecule, frankly, simplistically does this process. And, we've got some wonderful Philippine stain liver biopsies that were required in our phase 1 trial of patients that, at baseline and then at 14 weeks, clarity of our clearing cholesterol. Another factor of the Trappsol Cyclo, which we have a route of administration, which is IV. You're probably aware that there was an intrathecal trial that failed. But the IV route of administration, in spite of it being a large 1,400 Dalton drug, we are seeing the drug get into the brain. So we're seeing not only are we treating the neurological benefits, manifestations of the disease, but we're also treating, the systemic portions of the disease as well. So we're treating the entire body. We frankly believe that will become standard of care upon drug registration. And in fact, the EMA looked at our data and thought, we perhaps could be a preventative medicine if, genetically diagnosed patients that are predisposed to the disease and are diagnosed with the disease asymptomatic, it could be very positive. So that's how we see the drug from the standpoint of and how it's working. So it's 93 patients. It's a very large trial for a small patient cohort. We're looking at swallow. We're looking at cognition to some degree. We worked with the FDA to get to a 4-domain where we have a 5-domain in Europe. Stability in this disease, we think, is success, right? And although our data has shown not only stability, but we've shown that we've been able to meet several of the clinical endpoints already with respect to how we presented our trial and got it approved to stand up the pivotal. We think that the confidence we have around the endpoints that we've been asked to go after, we believe we can achieve. And again, as I'd said, it's a 96-week trial, 93 patients. It's, across the United States and several countries in Europe. And we're probably going to be expanding those countries as well as we enroll and build out the trial. But we've built it with respect to, as I mentioned, this interim analysis, which we think is very key. And we're hoping, based upon the data we have, not only from the compassionate program, which is, by the way, close to 15 years of compassionate use of this drug in patients, but off the back of the data we've got from our phase 1, phase 1/2, and the extension program that came out of that with patients remaining on the drug, one patient for 44 months at this point in time, that we can get to that interim analysis of 48 weeks and go for registration, take everyone off placebo and get them on the active drug. But as I'd said, we've designed it in a way so that if we don't get that statistical importance and level at that point, we'll continue for another year. So we've designed the trial hopefully less for failure, if you will, and more to achieve statistical importance.